Hello, welcome back to Gamemasters Guild News, where we're going to go through the events coming up this week. We have some exciting news for Games Workshop fans to where Leviathan is coming. And some news for Asmodee as well. Not a lot happening there other than a big game, but let's get into it. Title card.
Now, I hope you had a good week, because first up we have for 40K fans, Leviathan. This new box has a Space Marines going up against the Tyranids. This looks like a great box with a lot of new models, and I believe they're coming with a special edition book in there as well.
Yeah, a book that you can only get if you get this edition, so make sure to reserve yours today, because it looks sweet.
And this is the first box for 10th edition, correct?
Correct, yeah. So it's the new edition. It's got your cards, your rules, everything you need all in one box, plus 75 miniatures that are coming with it.
Good-looking miniatures, by the way.
Amazing-looking miniatures. I'm excited for the dudes with the flamethrowers. That's all I care about.
I think the Tyranids look awesome.
Yeah. Now, also, I should mention into this that we... if you order through us, there is going to be some special edition stuff that's coming out. Either a dice tray or fancy cards. I can't remember which one we're going to get since we're not technically Games Workshop, but yeah, there is going to be a special thing for the new edition.
Yes. And I would pick this up real quick because this is a 2-week pre-order.
Yes.
And I have a feeling that it's going to go pretty fast.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know how many we have reserved right now.
Oh, yeah.
Now, also, I should mention here that because it is a pre-order and it's going to be a big one, we do need you to prepay. And if you could do that, we would love you eternally if you could do. But that is not all for Games Workshop. We should mention here that the Seraphon are getting some reinforcements that they need, but unfortunately, they are made to order. Now, we do mention it always just because, in case there's something that you like or you want or...
Yeah, we
just
try to
to your
give
collection.
a little bit of Forge World in there as well.
Yeah,
Because,
yeah.
I mean, if you're going to play this game, odds are you're going to dip your toe in the Forge World
Oh, yeah.
eventually.
Oh, yeah. It always happens. You start, you're like, I'll just buy a couple models.
Yeah, you're looking
Get a
like,
few more
I'm not
models.
going to go to Forge World. I'm just going to stick just to Games Workshop. And eventually you're like, I bought a $500 model.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, I bought all the Praetorian Guard and stuff like that for Space Wolves that I still got to put together and paint. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for Games Workshop. Moving on.
Asmodee.
Ba-ba-da-ba!
Well, only really one board game is coming out for Asmodee this week, but it's a big one. We have Etherfields or Etherfields, depending on how you want to say it.
Yeah, depending on if you're French or not or whatever. Yeah.
Yes. This is a cooperative 1 to 4 players tactical exploration game that has deck building elements in it. It looks awesome.
Did you also mention miniatures?
A ton of miniatures, yes.
Yes.
It's a miniature deck building tactical cooperative game that has explorative elements.
Yes.
So it is all the games.
Yes, yeah. But I mean, it looks amazing. I mean, I'm looking at it and it looks beautiful. I mean, the designs, I should say. The designs look amazing, the miniatures look amazing, the cards look amazing. So
the one thing that gets me is I'm looking at this, I'm not seeing any information in it, but I'm not sure if this is Lovecraftian or not. I don't think it is.
Yeah, I'm not.
They talk
I'm not
about
sure.
the dream world, and I'm like, is that the dream lands? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks trippy.
It looks crazy, it looks fun, and it looks like you should buy it.
Yes. But that's not it, because there are going to be a ton of expansions coming out for it. So the first couple are going to be the 5th player expansion and the Adventure Heroes. Well, these 2 new expansions obviously let you add a 5th person to your campaign, but the other one is a cosmetic upgrade that gives you some miniatures that look amazing. Just alternative poses and different
There
stuff.
seems to be a lot of cosmetic with this. Just like options, more options. Yeah. And I love the fact of adding more players, because the more the merrier.
Always.
But with that, we do have another expansion coming up. The next 2 are the Creatures of the Etherfield and the Alternate Creatures of the Etherfield. Now, the Creatures of Etherfield expansion adds 22 unique models for all the different creatures you will encounter, while the Alternate Creatures of Etherfield offer alternate sculpts for these. Yeah. So either or, you don't need to buy both, but if you want one or the other, I mean, it's either or.
But more stuff is always better stuff.
Oh, yeah. And who knows? Maybe we'll run into one creature.
Yeah, that's true. But that's not it, because there's also the Funeral Witch and the Sphinx campaigns expansions. Now, these 2 campaign expansions show that the Funeral Witch and the Sphinx are reaching out to the Dreamers because they need your help. Dwell through these and help them figure out what's going on, because they don't remember anything, and you have to help them remember.
That's crazy. This game looks interesting.
It looks really fun, and the sculpt on the Funeral Witch
Oh, yeah.
looks amazing.
So
And
does the Sphinx.
the Sphinx does look good if you like half-naked cat women, which I do.
Yes. Either way, after that, we do have the Stretch Goals expansion. Now, the Stretch Goals expansion offers 2 new campaigns, as well as the Flying Cat and Riddler expansion, plus new game modes.
Yeah, I'm really curious on this alternative game mode that they're talking about.
Yes.
And again, the models look amazing.
Yes, we have the She-Wolf campaign, which has the evil eerie parasites going up against the Internal Force, or Endless Force, I'm sorry. And then the Harpies has you chasing a thief through the dream world.
Yeah.
So these look really great. They look fun. Again, the models look glorious.
Yeah.
Even though the wolf has weird fingers.
Yeah, I felt a kind of way about that. I was like, oh, it must be a werewolf. And then I noticed, no, it's just a wolf with fingers.
It's just a wolf with people hands.
Yeah, I nope. Mm-mm.
But it still looks like a great model.
No, it's
it
an
looks
amazing
like a great
model.
game. We're going to have to try this out when it comes out.
Yeah, 100%.
But with that, I think that brings us to the end of the news. Let's go on to events.
Well, starting off, we have some new and exciting news for Wednesday.
Yes.
We are going to be doing a board game on Wednesday nights, and it will alternate board games.
Yes, every Wednesday night. This first Wednesday we'll be playing Camp Grizzly. Can you escape Otis and get out of the camp alive? This game is
Totally not Friday the 13th.
totally not Friday the 13th. You're totally not at Camp Crystal Lake.
Yeah.
You're totally not trying to outrun Jason Voorhees.
Right.
It is a beautiful, nerve-wracking, cooperative game, and as many people we can get in, we can.
Yeah, who's running the first board game?
This is Duplessis running the first game, and then after that, next week, I believe it's going to be John Andrew running a Scooby-Doo Betrayal House on Haunted Hill.
Ooh.
That looks interesting, and I'm ready for that.
So keep an eye out, because we're definitely going to keep this trend going.
Yes. With that, we do have Fridays coming up, which is Magic Fridays. Again, it doesn't matter on Magic. Bring in Oathbreaker, Commander, Standard, doesn't matter. We got someone here who'll play with you.
If you got cards, throw them at each other. That's
Yes.
all we do here.
Now, if we do get enough people coming in on Friday, we'll try and throw together a little impromptu tournament. $10
entry. Yeah.
But that's if people show up, depending on how many people show up.
Right.
So, worst case scenario, come on down, sling some cards.
Yeah, and then moving past that, we have Asmodee Day, which is going to cover, things like Shatterpoint, X-Wing, Armada, Legion, all the Marvel Crisis Protocol, which here pretty soon we will be announcing tournaments for all of those. The only tournament as of right now scheduled is the 24th for Legion, which we'll keep you up to date on that one. That's going to be $15 entry as well.
Or follow us on our Facebook and see the posters and notifications that we put up.
Yes, also, big reveal here. We have a website which will have a calendar which will have all our events on it. So make sure to keep in touch with us there to see what events are coming up.
I find it somewhat comical because I just found out we had a website yesterday.
This morning, I think, is when it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that wraps it up for Saturday.
So on Sunday, we do have a special event going on. We are demoing X-Wing.
Correct.
We've had a lot of people that showed interest in it and asked, well, I've never played it before. How do I play this? What do we got to do? Well, our friend Kyle here is actually a big X-Wing fan and really enjoys the game and is more than happy to sit down with you and run you through a fight.
To be fair, if it's Star Wars, I friggin' love it. If, that's a big surprise to anybody. But so some people have requested to cover X-Wing 2.5 is where we're at now. But we're gonna demo it, and then here soon we'll have a tournament for it as well.
We're also talking about demoing Armada as well at some point in time in the future.
Yes, because I just bought the Venator So, you know.
Buy every ship that comes out.
I have every ship. Minus the Onager. I don't have the Onager. That's the only one that I don't have. But soon, I will own it.
Now, with that brings us to the end of events. Now, I do want to touch on that we did demo Shatterpoint this weekend.
Yes.
And it demoed successfully.
It was amazing. And it is such a cinematic game. It is so much fun. I will say, I'm a big Marvel Crisis Protocol fan.
Mm-hmm.
It took all the best elements from Marvel Crisis Protocol and built upon that to make it better.
I love the fact that you're not rolling to damage the enemy. You're rolling to take advantages, and then you have that damage tree that you go through. When I remember when I first looked at that, I was like, this looks like way too many steps. I don't know if I'm going to like this. But then once we got into the game, once I started rolling the dice, I was like, you know what? No, this is intuitive.
It makes it feel cinematic.
Yeah.
It's amazing because you have different ways you can go. You can be like, oh, I'm going to hit you and then I'm going to heal for 2. Or I'm going to hit you and I'm going to dash or jump or whatever.
Or run you down or retreat or whatever.
It's
really
so
cool.
fun. It's so much fun. And like you said, it did very well. And we sold out of all of it. I mean, all of it. I think right now we
even had some people come in going, "Hey, do you have some extra boxes?"
Yes.
No.
we did have a core set and a Obi-Wan box returned to us. So never been opened or anything like that. Never actually moved. It is available. So you better.
I wouldn't say it was returned to us. It was put on the counter. They came in, so they changed their mind.
Yeah.
They left, and it's still sitting on the counter.
Yeah, return. However you want to say that. Words are hard. But yeah, so it is available now. If you are interested in that, make sure to come in and grab it because they got bought up fast.
Yeah.
Way faster than I ever expected.
And if you want to learn the game, why don't you come in and ask this guy?
Yes. Or John Andrew. John Andrew has been a huge help as far as that's concerned, and I really appreciate him helping me last Saturday. Well, yeah, it would be last Saturday because news is a week ahead. Point is that thank you, John Andrew, for your help.
Days are hard.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this week, I think.
Yeah, that's going to bring us down. Come on down and see us sometime at 205.
Yeah, not 201. It's
205 South First in Ponca City, Oklahoma. Comment on any of our social medias. We're going to be trying to spearhead the social media a little bit to try and get that really going so that way we can try and get more attention, more eyes.
And one thing that I do want to bring up attention here is that we are talking about starting an additional podcast that is ranged outside of the guild. We'll still cover news and events and things like that, but an additional podcast to where we're going to talk about things outside the guild.
Yeah, we're going to try and get some things going, trying to get some things set up and running. I have some ideas I want to run by you that I have yet to bring up that just came to my mind that with you bringing up the new podcast that we're talking about. So, yes, we have a lot of things coming up, a lot of things going down. We would love to have you to be a part of this
growing community.
Oh, yeah.
It is a community, and it's fun. I mean, we have a lot of fun here.
Yeah. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, and come on down sometime. Throw some dice with us or sling some cards. We're more than happy to do so.
Yeah. Well, also, don't forget to roll some dice!
Love you from the guild.